40 years of smoking ain't as easy as they say to give it up.
I never said it was. I'm just saying. I'm just giving a...
Well, I told you the truth, didn't I? I said I've been smoking.
Antony is being taken for an emergency ultrasound scan of his leg.
What do I do? You know, the thing is, if you've done everything they wanted you to do, I wouldn't be able to smoke, drink, what a boring life. That's my philosophy anyway. I mean, I'm not a millionaire and I can't go on my speedboat. I mean, what's a working man's enjoyment? His fags and his beer.
Antony, a 55-year-old lorry driver from Kent, has lost all feeling in his left leg.
Mrs. Walker?
Yep. My sins.
I wasn't around when you had the angiogram last month.
6 weeks ago, Antony had surgery to unblock an artery in his other leg.
What symptoms did you have before you smoked?
This leg used to go totally numb.
Okay.
Yeah, cold, freezing cold.
And did it also affect the buttock as well, or
Yes.
just the thigh?
It's fitted the bum sometimes, yeah, but a bit numb, yeah.
Okay. How long have you been suffering that for?
A year.
A year. Okay.
He just kept saying that he kept getting pins and needles in his leg. But as Tony being Tony, just shrugged it off. OK, it's pins and needles, that's fine. He just put up with pins and needles for, I think it must have been at least 8 months. Just before Christmas.
Just before Christmas.
He was in so much pain that we came to A&E and they admitted him, and then they said that it needed to be done and they were going to do it here.
And then it's this leg.
All right. Oh, this is the opposite one then? Oh, OK.
And this foot is completely white and this one...
That's why she sent me down to
and
the
that
doctor.
one's cold, freezing cold.
But it's my muscle that aches.
Only started yesterday.
Yesterday.
Just yesterday. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
shall we have a look?
If you lay flat,
I'll come out the way.
you've got to. What do you do for a living?
I'm driving a lorry and I pick up all the rags from charity shops. But they're like 10, 20 kilo bags. And I have to run up and downstairs and things like that.
He was working and he just felt something happen and was unable to walk very far at all.
Bit scary, especially when you're using Weymouth and I've got to drive an 18-tonne lorry back. So.
I came home and I took one look at his leg, and to be able to describe it, it just looked like corned beef. And his foot was a block of ice.
You press your toes against my hand. Yeah. The opposite way. Good. And down. Good. And up. Good. All right. Now, I suppose that feels pretty normal. You can feel my hand touching. Now, remember this. Does it feel the same up here?
Yeah.
A little bit blood. Okay. Have you been smoking?
I had some fags, but I'm trying to give it up and I haven't had some for 2 days now.
Okay.
I smoked. Obviously, that's what caused the problem.
All right. I need to get an ultrasound scan.
Once you're hooked, you know you're hooked. They reckon it's more thingy than cocaine, don't they, or something like that, more addictive. It has been hard. But 40 years is a long time, you know.
Right, sir. We're done.
Cheers, my friend. 40 years of smoking ain't as easy as they say to give it up.
I never said it was. I'm just saying. I'm just giving a...
Well, I told you the truth, didn't I? I said I've been smoking.
Antony is being taken for an emergency ultrasound scan of his leg.
What do I do? You know, the thing is, if you've done everything they wanted you to do, I wouldn't be able to smoke, drink, what a boring life. That's my philosophy anyway. I mean, I'm not a millionaire and I can't go on my speedboat. I mean, what's a working man's enjoyment? His fags and his beer.
And I can see straight away that the flow is very reduced on this side, which probably indicates there's a problem with the stent that you've had done there.
OK.
When an artery blocks, you have a certain amount of time to deal with it before the muscle tissue starts dying. I can see that it's open, it's not blocked, but the blood flow going through there is very poor because of the blockage higher up. Yeah. And if you don't rectify that relatively quickly, you end up with a leg which is not viable and has to be amputated. The dilemma that we have is exactly how much to tell the patient about what we found and how to kind of phrase that to the patient so that you tell them honestly what's going on without really upsetting them too much about it. Okay. Great. All done.
You could tell that it was very serious. And just looking at his leg and how his leg felt, it was like touching a piece of frozen meat. That's how cold it was.
So what I'll do is I'll make a report of the findings for the vascular surgeons, and they'll come and speak to you, let you know what they think about it and what the next step is.
I need to look at that to make the decision.
Yeah.
I didn't exactly know what was wrong. I didn't know how bad it was. But a part of me thought, oh, not getting enough, more time off of work, you know, because I don't get sick pay or anything like that, so, you know, you've had 4 weeks off already. I didn't worry about me, I'm more worried about Nikki or the family. She's still at home and she still could go to work and try and do everything, and, you know, and you're just sitting in hospital. It's hard, really, you know what I mean? You're the one that's ill, but they're the ones that suffer. I always remember my granddad saying to me, the real man is someone who gets up and goes to work every day, because that's the hardest thing to do, you know, so, and I always remember that.
Antony's having a CT scan so doctors can fully assess the extent of the blockage in his left leg.
You know, if I weren't there, how's Nicky going to pay the mortgage? You know, it's a team, you know. Obviously, if half the team's gone, how can you do it? I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm worried about.
We have struggled a lot. Obviously, he's been self-employed, he's been in work, he's been out of work. Like everybody else, we're still struggling to try and make ends meet, but we plod along and just take every day as it comes and, you know, try and be happy with life.
Listen, the stent's gone wrong. It ain't going to repair itself, so they've got to do an operation. Simple as that.
But you haven't actually been 100% told that.
Good enough.
Yeah, my biggest worry is not being here, I suppose, for them, and worrying what's going to happen to them, you know.
2 hours after arriving at King's with a lack of feeling in his leg, Antony will undergo emergency surgery to unblock an artery.
Thinking back now, it was all so rushed that it was just something that needed to be done anyway. It didn't matter about the risks, I suppose, of what could happen. He either had the operation or he lost his leg.
After an operation lasting over 2 hours, Antony is out of surgery.
The smell of hospitals again.
Why am I in hospital?
That's a horrible smell.
Doctors were able to restore the blood flow to his left leg, and he's expected to make a full recovery.
What's the most important thing in your life?
My family. It goes without saying. You know, my kids, my wife, and that's it. They're the most important. Everything's material. They're not. They're your life, you know. So that's the most important thing for me.
You're getting tired now?
Hmm?
You're getting tired now?
I'll be tired all day.